Peace, family. Peace, family. First off, I want to take like the time out just to give big gratitude, big shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying, for taking the time out to even watch this video. You know what I mean? Because you could have been doing like a whole bunch of other things right now. So like this video is just probably gonna be titled like "Who is Cosmic Courtland?" And I just want to talk about like my healing journey, give a little background on me, and yeah, just so y'all can like understand why I even talk about this stuff in the first place, and just get like a better understanding of me. You feel me? So it's like let's just get the basics out the way. So I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, born and raised. You know what I mean? Like I got three brothers and two sisters. You know, like I'm the second to last child. The second to last child. You know what I mean? So it's like I was almost a baby, but I didn't quite make it there yet. Like, like on my dad's side, I'm the baby, but like on my mom's side, nah, I didn't make the cut. That's just how it be. But like, yeah. So I'm a Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Sagittarius rising. You know what I mean? So it's like I literally feel everything. Like it's crazy. But like life path number 9. So yeah, now we got that out the way. Let's get into it. So like I've always been like real like spiritually aware. Always been like some degree conscious. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I've always considered myself like a crystal baby, like crystal star seed. Like just based off of just like my way of thinking. Like I've always questioned things. I always knew there was like there's always truth. Like you can't believe it's not butter. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit's crazy. You know what I'm talking about? So I've always had like that going on in the back of my head. You know what I mean? So it's like, but like in my regular life, you know, I've always just dealt with like throat chakra issues. Just not really being able to like speak my truth, not really able to like voice how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that we've all dealt with. You know, and I dealt with like bullying at like a young age when I was like 5 or 6. But then when like my older brother taught me how to fight, like it was raps, like, and then that also like created just so much like more on top of that, you know, because yeah, it taught me how to defend myself. But then now, like in school, like when I would get mad and stuff, like I would just act out in rage, and then like now I'm fighting with these kids, and then now I'm also like asking kids like, "Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight?" Like, nah, like it's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've always dealt with like anger issues growing up. You know, like dealt with anxiety, dealt with depression. When I was 8 years old, like I seen like my great grandfather like pass away in front of my face. Like always got that lingering in the back of my mind. I've always felt like I was the forgotten child at times. Like and yeah, like things just used to go deep for me. So it's like when I was 6 years old, like a way for me to like express my emotions was like through like music or like poetry. Like I literally started writing raps. Like no cap. Like how I got inspired to write raps was 50 Cent's Massacre album. Like I got a CD player, I think that year for my birthday, and boom, like that's how you know like this was like some time ago. Like yeah, I got a CD player. You know what I mean? A little Walkman. You feel me? And then boom, like my brother had the 50 Cent Massacre album. Like he also had his Get Rich or Die Trying album, but I like gravitated towards like the Massacre album for some reason. Like I think like the cover was just so cool to me at that time. So then boom, like next minute you know, like I'm bumping 50 Cent, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm doing this, like I'm writing raps, like. So then I literally started writing like this record, like to the bully. Like it's so funny, like literally started writing diss records to the bully, and boom, like later on, like just going like through school and all that, like I just grew into poetry, and now like I just kind of just do both, but I'm like more centered towards like poetry and spoken word now, which like I am gonna drop on this channel. So like that's like that. Be on the lookout for that, you know. But yeah, so I've always used like writing and just a way to like express myself. And then by like 14, 15 years old, like I even started like dropping stuff like on SoundCloud, just really trying to get my voice out there. You know what I mean? Like, and it was never to become famous. It was just a way to express myself. Cause I always like I wasn't being heard. Like I used to stay getting in trouble. Was always on punishment. Stayed on lockdown. Like my siblings would tell you, like I was always on punishment for something. It could be something small. It could be something big. You know what I mean? There be times like where they forgot like I was even on punishment. So then now like I'm grounded for longer than they even wanted me to be grounded. Looking at me like, why am I still here? Like, I'm on punishment. What are you talking about? Why I'm still here? You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's like always been, I guess, like caved in, like sheltered, like too in a way. You know what I mean? Or like, but we grew up in the cell phone, internet era, so I was still able like to see everything in that school. Everybody was talking about stuff, so that's where I was always getting like up to speed on, you know, and boom, like high school, I kind of like just took a turn, like not for the worst, but definitely for the worst, because that's when I started getting like more experimental with it, was like smoking, popping pills, stuff like that, and then next thing you know is like that became like addictive for me, like to the where like now it's kind of like me being what like 24 going on 25 and just seeing like this whole Percocet era going on. It just brings me back to like where like I was at that point, and that's why it's like I want to help like people like so much. Like I want to help these teens like so much because it's like I was there, you know. Like instead of talking shit about them, let's help them, you know. And that's just real big to me because I remember just being that depressed kid, feeling like not having a voice, always being on lockdown. So then it's like you hit like so boom, it's like you got all these friends and like they're taking it, you know, like they're popping pills, you know what I'm saying? So then it's like you like you're a product of your environment at times. So it's like boom. Like at that time I didn't like believe in like rising above like the like your environment. Like yeah, I had dreams and like goals and stuff like that, but I've always felt like your environment was always just going to be attached to you no matter what. Like there was no way to shake that. Now I don't see that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into that later. But yeah, so like I got addicted like heavy on pills, like right under like my parents' nose. Like they had no idea like that was even like going on. You know what I'm saying? And I still like had this dream of like going into like the military. I always wanted to be in the army because that's how I wanted to like honor my grandfather that I seen pass away. Felt like that was the only way to honor him. So then and then plus like just dealing with that home issues, like I wanted just to get away from Pittsburgh in general. Like I just felt like being in the army, like I was gonna have a whole entire like new life, you know? And like I was just really trying to like find my purpose because I still didn't understand like what I wanted to do. Because even going through like different like trials and tribulations and stuff like that, like oh yeah, like I lost my brother my senior year, you know what I mean? Like right there, like in December time, I lost in like 2014, and that was like extremely hard for me. And then I got beat up by the cops like in March of 2015. So then I was like 4 months after, and then my grandma lost her husband like boom, like January, like right after my brother passed away, and there was like a whole bunch of other family deaths just in between like 2011 and 2015, like well 2010 and 2015. Like it was like it's like we was losing people like left and right, like so like things was just real just depressed, you know, because it's like you losing all your loved ones and you just feel like who's next, you know. And it's hard to talk to people whenever everybody else is grieving, you know, so you don't want to feel like you adding to the problem, you know. And there was just like a lot of that going on. So like fast forward, it's like I get into the army and then it's like boom, I left for the army like 4 days after I turned 18. Like I turned 18 like July 3rd, and then boom, like I like that's dog chewing on his toy. But like yeah, like turned 18 July 3rd, and then boom, like I was in boot camp like in processing, like what, like July 8th, like boom, like it happened so fast. And I did like enjoy like my first year in the army, and then it kind of just got like less like overwhelming, I guess. Not like overwhelming in a way, it's just like work or anything. It was just like I just didn't want to be there anymore, you know? Like this is when I started to like kind of just take my turn and like my way of thinking, I guess, but like not even noticing it. Um, so then boom, like I was in the army for like 3 years, and then I got out like due to like failing like 2 PT tests, and those like still I'm still dealing with like just getting over it, you know what I mean? But everything happens for like everything happens for a reason, I guess. Like it's like our story was written before we could like actually start to write it, you know? And this is like what I be hearing on like all the time on my spiritual path, and it's I'm still trying to accept that, you know, because it's like that's something that's still hard for me, because it's like I used to run track, all that. Like I used to get like real good scores on my runs. Like if I was going to fail anything on the PT test, like I thought it would have been like push-ups, like dumb skinny. So it's like for that to happen, it was just kind of like it kind of like just hurt my ego for real. But it was like I'm still the one who did that. You know what I mean? So it's like just that looking in the mirror on some like, yo, like you did that, get over it. You know what I mean? Instead of looking in the mirror and being on some like, yo, you did that, you're a bum. You know what I mean? Like I had to switch up like my whole perception about that, because that moment for real is like what brought me here. Because I think like right after that, it's like I just went on this like karmic turn to where like boom, like relationships was just ending. Me and my like mom was going through it, like sleeping on my homie's couch by choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just going through like all these just mental battles. Like I felt like I was just going like deeper and deeper and deeper into depression by the time like I got out the army. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, cool, you get like an honorable discharge, but at the end of the day, like that's just a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a piece of paper. So it's like I was just really just upset with myself, extremely upset with myself. And boom, like I didn't know how to really express it, like because at that time like I wasn't even like writing poems, I wasn't writing raps, I wasn't doing none of that. I was just drinking, like literally. Like I used to struggle with alcohol like crazy, like just drinking like all the time, like just always felt the need to get drunk. Like I didn't get out, start popping pills, thank God, but I got out and still was getting drunk like how I was in the army. Like I was getting freaking smashed like every single day, like it was dumb. Like boom, and that just creates like life's a blur, and then you just fall into a more and more deeper depression, because alcohol is a depressant. And then like yeah, it's just like you just like life just go by stuff like that. So then it's like I'm going like job to job to job, nothing's working out, waiting on jobs because I'm applying on Indeed and all that. And yeah, like by the way, like I got like my Moldavite crystal, my malachite, and then rose quartz, because I've been working on my heart chakra lately. But yeah, so, like you're going to see these. But yeah, so like things was just boom, like just going crazy. And one thing I did do that like really like sparked like another, I guess I say like a like stem on my branch. I mean, or like a stem on my trunk, or a branch on my trunk, like however you want to put it. Like, was that I made myself like step away from like love relationships. Like I said, no, I cannot have another girlfriend like for at least a year, like until I can actually love me for me, until I can like cleanse up this narcissism thing I got going on. Because it's like in my relationships, I can't put nothing on my exes, you know what I'm saying? And it's like nah, like everything I felt like why it ended was on me. So it's like I had to like sit down, do the shadow work on that, still working on it. And it's like nah, like we got to do these things. And boom, like I felt like I was like catching, like I was just like getting the karma for that too. Like, it was like a 2 year period where I was just stuck in my head. And then I had like this one job like where I was a caregiver like at this nursing home, and I really like love that job. Like I was really like fell in love with the residents, like taking care of them and everything. And boom, like next minute you know, like a situation happened that like where my name got thrown into like something like I didn't even do. So then like boom, like I had to go home that day. Then later on, like they said I got like suspended and I got fired. So then I had to go through like court for that because I'm on some like, no, I didn't even do that. You know what I mean? And then boom, I had to go through the court system, prove I ain't do it, which I did, beat the case. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't stand that. You know what I mean? Because it's like I felt like one thing I don't like is when people play with my character, like because we've all been through like all these horrible situations where it's like people automatically want to assume that like we're a certain kind of way, but like no, like I'm not that way at all. You know what I mean? Like I've always been very conscious about like anything I've ever did, any decision I've ever made. I've always seen both sides of it. I've always been real conscious of duality like throughout my life. Like so it's like whenever I was even going through like those bad turns, like I knew like it was going to happen. Like I knew 1000% it was going to happen. Like but it was just stuck in my ego, like with just like decision making. You know what I mean? So it's like, but that right there, like losing that job, and then I was getting like, I had to move out my mom's crib like immediately, like after that, like 2 weeks after that, and that's like a whole nother thing, and it was just so hard, low key, and I just got like deeper and deeper, like into like my head is just being just like depressed to where it was like I didn't think I was going to like kill myself, but I was definitely having those thoughts, and that was like by that time that was like August of 2020, and I just had a feeling that like by that year, I mean like by the end of that month, like I was going to like just not be here no more. Like I didn't know if I was gonna like die like fatally or if I was gonna like have like an accidental death. Cause I had like knew I wasn't gonna like kill myself because it's like that's how my brother passed away, and it's like I made a vow to myself that like I would never do that. You know what I mean? Cause like I didn't want my mom and my parents to go through like that same pain again. You know, and yeah, so it's like, but I just had this like this crazy feeling, and I can honestly say it's like I low key did go through like a rebirth. Like this is where I took like my spiritual turn, because my homie like sent me like this spiritual soul video, and I forgot like I think he was talking about like the food situations and stuff like that. But he also mentioned in the video like how you need to be outside and like meditating and catching the sun and stuff like that. And this is the first time I even heard like someone like really talk like that, you know? Like so I was like, okay, because I was always aware of like somewhat aware of like chakras and like different crystals and stuff like that. But like that was my first time when somebody was like, nah, you need to be outside and meditate. Like I thought that was just optional. You know what I mean? I mean, like, which it is optional, but no, you definitely want to meditate. You definitely want to meditate. So like, no, so I started watching more spiritual soul videos, and then like he was just just real heavy on it, real vocal about it, and then started watching Foster eBay videos, and then like other YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then I was like, hold on, like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. Like, like I'm gonna meditate. So literally, like I'm just sitting on my floor, and I find like this guided meditation on YouTube, and then boom, like next minute you know, it's like I'm going, like I'm getting in like that mode, and then I just can't move my body no more. Like I'm just like, whoa, like what's going on? But then I'm just feeling like all these different like vibrations and stuff like that. And later on, like in the meditation, like this is my first time seeing like the like divine white light, like boom, like it just came upon me, and then next minute you know, like it was my room like kind of like phased out, and I was in this divine white light, and like next minute you know, like my body kind of just like rose up and came into a position like this, like a praying position, and I was just in this room with this divine white light, and then like phase back in, and then like boom, like my whole perception of just reality just changed, just shifted, like all that, like I started like going like vegan, you know what I mean? Like straight plant based, like started like digging into history more. Just really just try to like just tap in. And like I became addicting to meditating, you know what I'm saying? I became addicted to meditating. And I was just be like before like I got like real comfortable with doing it myself, I was just using guided meditations on YouTube, stuff like that. And I was just started like just tapping the spirit like just by myself and just it's just before I even became aware about like different like spiritual gifts and stuff like that. Like I was just really just concerned about just tapping in the spirit and growing my relationship with spirit. And that changed my life. Like it changed my life, like my whole perception. Like, cause I used to be like, I've always had like a sense of humor, you know what I mean? But it's like my anger always like could take a turn like that. Like I couldn't control my anger like whatsoever, you know? And it just, it just became like just real, like kind of like just humbling in a way, you know? Because I didn't become like mad that like I had like all this pent up anger. Um, I was wanting to like just give it a hug, you know, because this is where I first really learned like you gotta love your shadow, like just seeing like myself, you know, and seeing in that moment like being um in that divine white light and the shifting, like it was just so pure. And at like that's when I just became real interested in like trying to find out like okay like who is Courtland, like really like who am I, you know what I'm saying? Like I know what I've been through. Like this is where I started to learn that like your situations don't make or break you, you know what I mean? Like your traumas are not a part of you. They're just kind of like just things that happen to you. You know what I'm saying? They're learning tools, you know? And I just really started to just dig into myself. And then later on, like, that's when I found like my soul tribe. And like, shout out to Dojo, shout out to Ascension, like, gang. Like, like, and this is where like I just really started to grow, like, you know? Like, my mentor Christy, like she's just like just so helpful and all of the admins over there, and it like it's just a real like breathtaking experience, a real like angelic like humbling experience as well. Like just so much gratitude because things that like I've been working on myself, like they've helped me confirm about, and then also like teaching me like so many different new tools to put in my spiritual toolbox to like really grow and just to even like just go deeper, you know what I'm saying? And it's like this is something like I have to mention because like my soul tribe and my soul family like had have a real big deal and helping me become like who I am right now. Like as long as like just as much as the people I've in my family and my friends, like because no, like I learn from everybody, and like over there is like we literally grow off each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like we all share our insights and grow off each other. Like it's just so beautiful. You know what I mean? So it's like you're on your spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? Make sure like you manifest finding like your soul tribe and your soul family because it's like it's nothing like having people that understand you. You know, like and it's so dope. You know what I mean? Also, like, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You know what I mean? Like, don't hesitate at all. But yeah, so it's like now, like on my spiritual path, it's like kind of just now I'm starting to figure out like, all right, like who exactly like who I am and like who I am to become. You know, like was like diving into like deeper into meditation. You know what I'm saying? Like tapping into that energy, uh, doing like looking over my natal chart, like getting more like in tune with that. You know what I'm saying? I understand the energies that affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like like I'm still in like a baby to astrology, but like astrology goes deep and it's like it's very important, you know, and a lot of the things now like I want to get into involve like energy healing, rather it be like just Reiki or like working with like doing like crystal healing, stuff like that. I also want to I'm working on being like a spiritual life coach. I've been diving into like a lot of like shamanistic like books and teachings and just even courses like I found on Udemy. You know, like I just completed like this meditation course that like a certificate that says like, oh, you're a teacher and all that. You know what I mean? Like, and to me, it's like a lot like anything you do spiritually to me is like confirmed through spirit. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my boy Reese because like he helped me see that, you know, because it's like, yeah, like having a piece of paper good, like looks good, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you got to make sure you're putting in the work and make sure like you're applying like these teachings that you're learning like to your everyday life, you know what I'm saying? And then like, that's what I focus on like doing every single day because I'm turning like Cosmic Courtland, like myself, into like my business as well. You know what I mean? Because like this way it's like I'm doing something that I love every single day, helping people in like multiple ways. And I'm also like growing like as well. Like because you learn off people, like you like when you have conversations with people and y'all share experiences, you know what I'm saying? Like you literally like feed off each other and you can literally like transmute like both of those energies and then combine them into like, you know what, like this is dope. Like now like I can learn like the lessons that they learn, like I can apply them to my life, and the lessons that I've learned they can apply them to their life. You know what I'm saying? This is also why like I say like share your story, you know what I mean? And yeah, like so it's like I'm just so ready just to like really just step into like my power and like really help people and just teach people like what I know and then what I'm going to like continue to like study and then become comfortable with, and then I apply it to my life or boom, and then I teach it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm not teaching something that I don't live by. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like another thing I want to do too is like what I actually got going on is like when you go on cosmiccourtland.com right now, like you'll see like I sell merch, and it's like um the big thing with me is healing, and it's like we know that like chakras is very important. So like different chakras correspond to like different days of the week. So it's like I wanted like my first things I wanted to put out was the chakra collection. So this way is like on different days people can honor like different chakras. You know what I'm saying? So it's like boom, like let's say it's Wednesday, Mercury day, and throat chakra day. So it's like you could wear that throat chakra hoodie, put your blue on, you know what I'm saying? Like even though today's Venus day and I should be like I could have like my clear on, you know what I'm saying, or like my white do rag on. Like but just wanted to just really like use my throat chakra energy today. So that's why I got the blue on. But yeah, so it's like boom. Like I just want to find just multiple ways, and then this is why I put out these guided meditations. Like I want to start getting deeper into my guided meditations because it's like these guided meditations is also a way like I meditate, you know? Like I'm a real visual like meditator. Like I have to like it's not like I have to do it, it just automatically happens to me. Like I literally like go into like this visual like crazy place, like whether it be like I'm imagining myself on Venus, I'm imagining myself on the beach, I'm imagining myself like on the mountaintop, I'm imagining myself just chilling in the ethers, you know what I'm saying? Like my imagination is just real big and real expansive to me. And this is also why like I'm getting into like shaman teachings as well, because it's like it goes deep with that, you know? And plus like how I imagine things is how I also manifest things as well. And I'm gonna have videos like on that too. And yeah, so it's like I want to be able to take people into my world and then also like show people like visual ways like how you can like heal yourself in meditation, to where it's not meditation is not only just for calming yourself and or going to sleep at night, you know what I mean? Like you can literally activate DNA like in meditation. You can literally heal different parts of your body in meditation. like breath work goes deep. It's like on this channel we're gonna do a lot of breath work meditations. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna do it all, and like because it's very very important that we all know these things. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's like I just completed my Reiki certification, so like right now I'm just waiting on getting the tune. So like that's dope. You know what I mean? Get more comfortable with that, and then like to where it's like because me it's like I don't know, I'm just so hard on myself. That's just how I am, you know. Like I can't help it. That's why I gotta work on the heart space. You feel me? So it's like boom. But yeah, that's like something else I'm gonna like offer as well. But yeah, so it's like everything I've been through in my life, like has I felt like has brought me to this point to wanting to heal people because it's like I've seen some things, I've lost like a lot of loved ones and just felt like a lot of different ways inside and dealt with a lot of different dark emotions. And I feel like every single day like I'm conquering that. And it's not I'm saying like I'm conquering and like not to say like I'm beating up my shadow because I'm hugging my shadow. I'm loving my shadow every single day. And this is why like I came out with these shadow work videos first because they're just it's so important that we love that other side of us. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't lash out. I don't be having these rage flips or anything no more. You know what I'm saying? Like don't get me wrong. Sometimes get knocked off the horse and you be like, yo, what the? You know what I'm saying? But it's like things happen. You know, but like boom, that's when you just gotta like just take a step back, like do some deep breaths. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, like recenter yourself. And this is like that's just the beauty of life. This is what this is all about, you know. And this is why I'm going to continue to put out these lectures because it's like this is like everything I'm doing, you know. It's like I feel like it's very very important. I'm not going to do something for myself and then just keep it like for myself. You know what I mean? Because it's like no, we all got to share knowledge, you know. Like I'm not gonna like just gatekeep like anything like that. No, that's just crazy, and that's a whole different video. But yeah, so that's Cosmic Courtland. You know what I mean? That's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a person who's just on their healing journey every single day, and who recognizes they're a healer and who wants to help people. You know, and that's just very very important to me. It's very important for me to like show love and show gratitude to the divine and to my ancestors and to everything, you know what I mean, like to the earth, to Mother Gaia, you know what I mean. Like it's very very important. Just showing gratitude in general. I love helping people. Like my throat chakra is open, which is something that like I'm like so grateful for. But it's also like an ongoing thing too, you know? And yeah, it's like so thank you for taking the time out just to hear like what I had to say about me, I guess. And like hopefully this video like helped you like get a good understanding and like also like what's to come on this channel and like different things like I'm into. And then yeah, like and then also just remember that like you're not alone. Like ever, like anytime like you want to reach out to me anytime, like don't hesitate to tap in like on Instagram, Telegram, email me, do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying. With all that being said, peace family, love y'all, take care, peace.